Are really covering well on kickoffs. I know you got that superstitious thing going, but they are really covering up on kickoff return, punt return. So you got to be really happy with it.
Yeah, your first play of defense on punt coverage and kickoff coverage, and our kids taking a lot of pride in that. And there's a lot of energy on both those units, and some leadership between Nana and Al Rashid and Sean Walters. Those guys have been around doing it for a while.
You know, typically you've got linebackers and safeties and guys like that down in coverage. But you've got wide receivers that are making tackles, and I mean big hits. Gibson,
Sheldon, yeah. Well, that spot is like a safety spot.
Yeah.
So and we need to take some reps off some of our DBs, because of who we were playing and that type of thing. So and Shelton did it last year as well. So if anything breaks, we expect him to, run it down, keep us out of a bad play. He actually just went down there and made a play. So it was good to see.
But you're identifying guys that fit those roles, and it seemed to be fitting this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's like anything else. They're 1 year older, and they're getting it, and they're playing more aggressive, and it means a lot to me. It's their role, and they're taking it to heart.
And this is, I guess, too, an example of having more experienced guys. You're putting guys out there that have played football games, and that takes a little bit of a burden off you as a coach.
Yeah, you go back to, like I said, 4 years ago, all those guys that were starting in the back end on defense, they were also trying to learn special teams. And now, as you progress, all those guys that are now playing on defense played special teams for 2-3 years. So it's just a combination growing. When I got here 4 years ago, we had a very young defensive side. Well, that makes up probably 80% of your special teams.
Have you charted it? What's the average starting position?
We do it each week, and that's how we judge whether we win the kicking game or not in field position battle. Started possession last week, I think we were on the 25, and they were on the 21. So we won 4 yards of field position there in those two units.
And what about overall for the season? Is it right around the 25, or you don't know? Or?
Well, I think it's less than the 25-yard line. I'd have to look. I don't have it in front of me, but which is good. Anytime you can keep them for less than a touchback, you've gained a yard or two or whatever it is. And we're still leading the league in kickoff returns, so we're good there.